After 65, every bite counts more than ever, and some snacks might be doing more harm than good. You might think all nuts are healthy, but the truth is a few could quietly sabotage your heart, brain, or waistline. In this video, we're cracking open the facts on which nuts to treasure and which ones to toss. One of them is so sneaky, it could be sitting in your kitchen right now, quietly working against your health. And hey, before we dig in, tap subscribe and hit the bell so you never miss smart, simple ways to age with power. The silent power of nutrition after 65. Here's something most people don't realize until it's already too late. After 65, your body doesn't whisper when something's off. It shouts. That twinge in your knee, that sluggish morning fog, that stubborn weight around your middle that refuses to budge. These are not random. They're your body's way of asking, sometimes begging for better fuel. Nutrition becomes amplified in your later years. What you eat or don't eat affects everything from how clearly you think to how well you sleep, how strong your bones remain, and even how likely you are to fall or get sick. Think of your body like a classic car. It can still run beautifully, maybe even better than ever, but it needs the right fuel and a bit more attention to keep humming. Now here's the kicker. Most people assume they can keep eating the way they did in their 30s or 40s. But your digestive system has changed. Your ability to absorb key nutrients like magnesium, B12, or omega-3s has declined. You need more nutrition in fewer calories. That means every bite counts. And yes, even those handfuls of healthy snacks you think are harmless, they might be doing damage you can't see yet. The stakes are higher now, but so is the potential. With the right foods, especially nutrient-dense options like select nuts, you can lower inflammation, protect your heart, stabilize blood sugar, and even enhance memory and mood. That's not hype. That's biochemistry. For example, the right nuts can help regulate cholesterol naturally, reduce joint pain, and support nerve health. But the wrong ones? They may be laced with hidden sugars, inflammatory oils, or natural toxins that overburden your liver and kidneys. So, this isn't just about eating healthy. It's about eating intelligently, with your age, biology, and goals in mind. And when you understand that power, you stop feeling like aging is something happening to you, and start realizing it's something you can shape bite by bite. Here's a little mental shift. Don't think of food as just fuel. Think of it as information. Every nut, every meal, every snack is sending your body a message. The question is, what message are you sending? Now that you see the power you hold, let's zoom in on one of the most misunderstood food groups out there. Nuts. Some are like daily medicine, while others, silent saboteurs. Why not all nuts are created equal? Here's a truth bomb that surprises a lot of people. Just because something grows on a tree doesn't mean it's good for you, especially when it comes to nuts. We've been sold a blanket idea that nuts are healthy. And sure, in general, they are packed with good fats, protein, fiber, and antioxidants. But when you zoom in, the differences between types of nuts are dramatic. We're talking about vastly different effects on your heart, your weight, your blood sugar, and even your brain function. Let's break it down. Some nuts are naturally anti-inflammatory and support brain health. Think omega-3 rich walnuts. Others, like cashews, can be high in oxalates, which may stress your kidneys over time, especially in seniors prone to kidney issues. And then there's the hidden landmine. Nuts that are roasted in cheap vegetable oils, salted excessively, or coated with sugars. They might look healthy in the package, but inside, they're ticking time bombs. And if you've ever wondered why you feel bloated, foggy, or even anxious after snacking on a certain type of nut, that's no accident. Your body might be reacting to molds, lectins, or even natural toxins like aflatoxins found in poorly stored or processed nuts like peanuts. Then there's the portion control trap. Nuts are calorie-dense. Just a small handful can pack 200 calories or more. If you're not mindful, it's easy to overeat and slowly gain weight, even when you're trying to do everything right. Now, here's the real twist. Some of the most popular nuts on grocery store shelves are the very ones seniors should avoid. They look innocent. They taste great. But inside, they might be stoking inflammation, disrupting digestion, or interfering with key medications. So, The next time someone tells you all nuts are healthy, you'll know better. This isn't about fear, it's about discernment. About knowing which nuts work for your body and which ones work against it. Ready to meet the champions. The top 4 nuts that deserve a front row seat in your pantry? The top 4 nuts every senior should eat. Now we're getting to the good stuff, the powerhouses of nutrition. These are the 4 nuts that can genuinely move the needle on your health after 65. We're talking about clearer thinking, a stronger heart, steadier moods, better digestion, and even improved bone health. They're not just snacks, they're strategic allies in your wellness journey. Let's dive into these superstars and see what makes each one uniquely beneficial for seniors. Walnuts, the brain's best friend. If your brain had a grocery list, walnuts would be item number 1. Why? Because they're loaded with omega-3 fatty acids, particularly ALA, alpha-linolenic acid, a rare find in plant foods. These fats play a critical role in maintaining the structure of brain cells and reducing neuroinflammation, which is closely linked to cognitive decline. In fact, studies from institutions like UCLA have shown that seniors who regularly eat walnuts perform significantly better on memory and mental processing tasks. But that's not all. Walnuts are also rich in polyphenol, powerful antioxidants that help protect brain cells from oxidative stress, one of the leading causes of age-related decline. They also support cardiovascular health by improving cholesterol levels and lowering blood pressure, both of which are deeply connected to brain function. A healthy heart means better blood flow to the brain. Pro tip: add crushed walnuts to your oatmeal, blend them into smoothies, or even mix them into yogurt for a crunchy, brain-boosting breakfast. Almonds, the heart's quiet protector. Almonds are often called the perfect nut, and for good reason. They're rich in vitamin E, a powerful antioxidant that helps protect your cells from free radical damage, particularly important as we age and our natural antioxidant defenses decline. What makes almonds a true gem for seniors is their heart-healthy monounsaturated fats, which help reduce LDL, bad, cholesterol while maintaining or even boosting HDL, good cholesterol. This can significantly lower your risk of heart disease, stroke, and even certain types of cognitive decline. Almonds are also one of the best sources of magnesium, a mineral that supports over 300 enzymatic reactions in the body, including muscle and nerve function, bone health, and blood sugar regulation. That's critical for maintaining balance, mobility, and overall energy levels. And let's not forget their high fiber content, which promotes smooth digestion and gut health, a concern for many older adults. Pro tip: enjoy a small handful of almonds as a midday pick-me-up, or chop them into salads for a satisfying crunch and nutrient boost. Pistachios, the blood sugar stabilizer. Small, but mighty, pistachios are a smart choice for seniors focused on energy balance and blood sugar control. They have one of the lowest fat contents among nuts, but are still packed with potassium, vitamin B6, lutein, and plant-based protein. What really sets them apart is their impact on glycemic control. Numerous studies have shown that pistachios can help stabilize blood sugar levels when eaten as part of a balanced diet. This makes them a fantastic snack option for seniors with prediabetes or type 2 diabetes. Plus, pistachios contain the highest levels of lutein and zeaxanthin among nuts, carotenoids that support eye health, helping reduce the risk of age-related macular degeneration, a leading cause of vision loss in older adults. Pro tip: opt for pistachios in their shell. They slow down your eating, helping you stay mindful and control portions naturally. Brazil nuts, the hidden thyroid helper. Often overlooked, Brazil nuts are in a category of their own. Just one nut provides over 100% of your daily need for selenium, a trace mineral essential for thyroid function, immune support, and DNA repair. Selenium plays a critical role in protecting the thyroid gland, which regulates metabolism, energy, and body temperature. Seniors are especially vulnerable to thyroid issues, so maintaining proper selenium levels is essential. Brazil nuts also offer powerful anti-inflammatory properties and have been shown in small clinical trials to improve mood and mental clarity in individuals with low selenium status. But, and this is important, selenium is a double-edged sword. Too much can be toxic, leading to hair loss, brittle nails, and even nerve damage. So stick to 1 or 2 Brazil nuts a day and treat them more like a supplement than a snack. Pro tip: store Brazil nuts in the fridge or freezer to prevent rancidity. Because they're high in fat, they spoil faster than other nuts. Each of these nuts offers a targeted advantage that supports the specific challenges of aging, from joint health and memory to circulation and digestion. But the golden rule remains: raw or dry roasted, unsalted, and in moderation. When eaten mindfully, these 4 nuts can act like natural medicine, supporting your journey toward greater vitality, clarity, and strength with every bite. But now that you know which ones to prioritize, it's just as important to know which nuts to steer clear of, because some popular options could do more harm than good. The 4 worst nuts that could harm your health. You've met the heroes. Now it's time to expose the villains. These next 4 nuts might look healthy, but for seniors, they can quietly wreak havoc on your body. Think of them like wolves in walnuts clothing. Peanuts, the mole magnet. Let's start with a shocker. Peanuts aren't technically nuts. They're legumes, and they come with a host of issues for older adults. The biggest red flag? Peanuts are prone to aflatoxin contamination, a toxic mold that can damage the liver and has been linked to cancer. On top of that, peanuts are often roasted in inflammatory oils or coated in salt and sugar, creating a triple threat to your heart, kidneys, and waistline. Caution: peanut butter is included here, especially the ones with added sugar and hydrogenated oils. Cashews, the oxalate overload. Cashews are creamy, delicious, and popular in everything from snacks to dairy-free sauces. But for seniors, especially those with kidney issues, cashews can be a danger. They are high in oxalates, compounds that can contribute to kidney stone formation and impair calcium absorption. And don't be fooled by raw cashews. They're actually steamed to remove natural toxins. But even then, their oxalate content remains high. Better swap. Use soaked almonds or macadamia nuts for creamy textures without the kidney risk. Macadamia nuts in excess, the calorie creep. This one might surprise you. Macadamia nuts are rich in healthy fats. Yes, but they are also extremely calorie dense, meaning just a small handful can pack over 200 calories. For seniors trying to maintain a healthy weight or manage blood sugar, these nuts can silently contribute to weight gain and sluggishness if eaten frequently or in large amounts. Pro tip: if you love them, treat macadamias like a treat, not a staple. Mixed nuts with additives, the sneaky saboteurs. Here's the sneakiest danger: store-bought nut blends. Most are roasted in low-quality oils, like soybean or cottonseed, laced with preservatives and heavily salted. Even if the nuts themselves are fine, the processing turns them into a processed snack nightmare. Read the label. If you see hydrogenated, sugar, or natural flavors, walk away. These extras can raise blood pressure, inflame joints, and disturb gut health, especially in aging bodies. Avoid anything labeled honey roasted, smoked, or flavored. It's not about paranoia, it's about protection. Choosing the wrong nuts might not trigger an immediate reaction, but over time, they can wear down your system. Quietly, steadily, dangerously. But knowledge is power. And now that you know what to avoid, let's make sure you're buying the right nuts the right way. How to choose the right nuts at the store. You've got the knowledge, but now comes the real test: navigating the grocery store aisle. Because let's face it, food labels can be tricky, and not all healthy-looking nut packages are created equal. First things first, always read the ingredients list. Not the front of the package, not the flashy health claims. Just flip it over and look at what's really inside. Ideally, you should see one ingredient: the nut itself. No added oils, no sugar, no preservatives, just almonds, just walnuts, just pistachios. Simple and clean. But most pre-packaged nuts? They're a minefield. Many are roasted, not in your grandma's oven, but in ultra-processed, inflammatory vegetable oils like canola, sunflower, or soybean oil. These oils can throw off your omega-6 to omega-3 balance, increasing inflammation throughout your body. Bad news for anyone dealing with arthritis, heart issues, or memory fog. Next, check for salt levels. Lightly salted is fine in moderation, but heavily salted nuts can raise blood pressure and strain aging kidneys. If you're trying to keep your ticker in top shape, go unsalted whenever possible and add your own seasonings at home, like turmeric, cinnamon, or smoked paprika for flavor and health benefits. Here's another sneaky trap: flavored nuts. Honey roasted, maple glazed, smokehouse, and barbecue flavors usually come loaded with added sugars, artificial flavors, and preservatives that spike your blood sugar and mess with your digestion. And don't forget about bulk bins. While they can be cheaper, they're also more likely to contain stale or poorly stored nuts that have gone rancid. Always check the freshness date, and when in doubt, give them a sniff. Rancid nuts will smell slightly sour or like old oil. Finally, consider buying organic when you can, especially for peanuts, which are prone to mold and pesticide residue. While not always necessary, organic nuts are typically handled with more care, which matters when you're eating them regularly. Pro tip: keep your nuts in airtight containers, away from light and heat. The fridge or freezer is a great option for long-term freshness, especially for walnuts and Brazil nuts, which spoil faster. So next time you hit the store, don't be fooled by packaging. Arm yourself with clarity, confidence, and a sharp eye, because smart shopping is the first step toward healthy aging. Now that you know how to shop smart, let's talk about how to make nuts work for you every single day. Daily habits to maximize nut benefits safely, so you stocked up on the right nuts. But the real magic happens not just in what you buy, but how you use them. Consistency beats intensity every time, especially after 65, when small, daily choices shape the arc of your health more than dramatic overhauls. Here's your golden rule: a little every day beats a lot once in a while. Aim for about a small handful of nuts, roughly 1 ounce daily. That's about 23 almonds, 14 walnut halves, or 49 pistachios. It's enough to deliver benefits without pushing calories too high or overwhelming your digestion. Rotate your nuts. Variety is key. Don't just eat almonds every day for a year. 1 week, focus on walnuts for brain health. The next, bring in pistachios for blood sugar. A few days later, a Brazil nut or 2 for your thyroid. This rotation reduces the risk of food sensitivities and gives your body a broader nutrient spectrum. Timing matters too. Try adding nuts to your breakfast, a sprinkle of walnuts in oatmeal, or almond butter on whole grain toast. The healthy fats stabilize your blood sugar and provide sustained energy to start the day strong. Avoid late-night snacking. Yes, even healthy nuts. Your digestion slows at night, and eating too close to bedtime can disrupt sleep or add unwanted calories. Pair your nuts wisely. Want better absorption of fat-soluble vitamins like D, E, and K? Combine nuts with leafy greens or roasted veggies. Making a smoothie? Add a spoonful of almond butter. Smart combos boost both flavor and nutritional power. And listen to your body. Nuts are nutritious, but they're still dense. If you notice bloating, fatigue, or digestive discomfort, back off and try again in smaller amounts, or switch varieties. Sometimes it's not the nut itself, but how your body responds to it in this particular season of life. Mindful habit: make nuts part of a ritual, a mid-morning snack with tea, a topping on your salad, a thoughtful gift to your future self, not just a grab-and-go filler. Used wisely, nuts aren't just a snack, they're a strategy, a small but mighty tool in your longevity toolkit. Now you know, nuts can be tiny allies or quiet saboteurs. It all comes down to the choices you make each day. After 65, your body is listening more closely than ever. So choose wisely. Snack smart. And remember, aging isn't about decline, it's about design. If this video gave you something new to chew on, hit like, subscribe, and tap that bell. Got a nut you swear by, or one that didn't sit right? Drop it in the comments. Let's learn from each other, because your best years, they're still ahead. Let's make them strong, sharp, and satisfying.